Hi, I'm James Blower, better known as JB. I'm a UKI solutions engineer for Veeam, and today I just want to quickly run through the initial setup, configuration and connection into VBR of the new Veeam Hardened Repository. This version is now available on my.veeam.com and it runs on Rocky Linux 9.4. So first thing I've done, I've just logged on to my.veeam.com. Scroll down to the bottom of the page to extensions and other, and we can see the Veeam Hardened Repository here is available for download. So I'll go ahead and download that now. So that's now downloaded and I've mounted it locally onto my lab machine here. I'm going to quickly create a VM. Now we would always recommend a physical server for the Hardened Repository where you would then mount the downloaded ISO as into the DRAC or into your ILO, or even from a bootable USB. In this case it's my lab, and I'm just going to show you how we do that in the lab. So I'm just creating a new VM for this Veeam Hardened Repository. Just going to give it a minimum spec. Recommended is 2 CPU and 6 gig, but for my lab I'll just run it on 4 gig for now. The main requirements are around exposing the IOMMU and virtual hardware virtualization. This is so we can enable the VBS, or VMware based security. So I've just minimized that. Then the other requirements, we need at least 100 gig drive for our OS partition, and then we need another drive which is over 100 gig for the data drive. Our backup repository basically. So I've set those two there. Make sure I've got the right network. Just quickly set the VM options. Yep, we've got secure boot enabled, just what we want. So I've mounted the ISO that I've just downloaded. Just quickly do some initial setup. I'm in the UK, so I want the UK keyboard layout, and I'll remove the US. Set my region. I'm going to set a manual static IP. So I've gone ahead and set my static IP, netmask, gateway, DNS servers, and DNS domain. Just going to go ahead and give this a name as well. So that's our network setup done. And finally, checking on the disks, we don't change anything here. As you can see, it's grayed out. Just wanted to confirm that it's detected my 2 drivers, my 100 gig and my 750 gig. Obviously, if this was a physical server, probably have a much bigger second drive for our data. But just to check that there, we'll return now and hit begin install. So the installation is completed. It rebooted, and now we are greeted with the initial logon screen. And we can log on with VHRadmin. VHRadmin is the password. Then we're prompted to replace that password. So current password and our new one, which, as it says above, we need 1 numeric, 1 lower, 1 special character, 15 character length, and we can't reuse the same character type more than 3 times in a row. So with the password set, I'm met with the license agreement, which we can go ahead and accept, and then the initial menu. Anytime we log on onto the console of our physical server, if it's physical, or the console here on VMware, this is what we're going to be greeted with. We can change the basic settings like network, proxy, time. What we want to do, go ahead and start SSH. Now this is going to generate our Veeam service account that we need as our one-time use from the Veeam Backup Replication console, VBR, to connect to this repository. So this will actually time out around 10 minutes and you'll lose the screen and you'll have to disable, re-enable, and it will regenerate the password. So I would make a note of this. As long as the SSH is enabled, those credentials are still valid. It will just time out the screen and return to the menu in around 10 minutes time. So I always take a note of that. Now I can go to my backup replication server and I can go to backup infrastructure, to my backup repositories and add that backup repository. I want to do direct attached, Veeam Hardened Repository or Linux Hardened Repository as it says there, and we'll go ahead and give it a name. Add in a new repository server that we've created, so dr arlin vhr1. Create our single use credentials, so Veeam SVC, and hit OK. Hit next, and then we should be prompted to accept the thumbprint. So we say yes to the thumbprint. And then we can apply to install the components that Veeam needs onto our server. So that's now deploy the components, and we're at the next screen, which is to finish off setting up the repository. So I'll hit populate just to make sure that we can read the capacity from the server. Now we can see our 250 gig capacity. We do want ZFS fast cloning on. For my lab, I've set the immutability for 7 days. Typically we see 30 days or more, but it's fine for my lab. I'll just go ahead and hit finish. Or next, sorry. And then finish. That's it. We have our Veeam Hardened repository ready to go and to send jobs to for immutable backups. Thanks for watching.